Roll the corn. We know the truth now. We know the truth now. Hit the like button. Peace to God's chosen people on God's chosen land. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Put the corn and put where you're from in the chat. Put the corn and put where you're from in the chat. Joe, what up? Truth Seeker, what up? Louisville, Kentucky. Stephen Marshall, what up? Now today I want to take some questions from the people on what kind of information you guys want to learn about. And if you have any receipts, we can kind of go over them. Pennsylvania, Chicago, what up? Bando's house, what's up? Detroit in the building. Judge Trigger, what up? Walter, what's up? Appreciate that. Greenville, Mississippi, Milwaukee. Roll the corn. Now today, I want to take some questions from people. Or if y'all got any receipts or anything like that y'all want to put out, hop in the guest box. Natchez, Mississippi, what up? Hop in the guest box. Any questions, any comments, any receipts? I want to talk to the people. And also, if you guys have any ideas of what kind of information that we need to really look into, I'm open. I want to hear you guys' ideas about what kind of information is interesting to you and what kind of information is pivotal for our people to learn. And I want to take responses from the people today. So any questions, put them in the chat. Comments, put them in the chat. Or if you want to get up and talk on the panel, hop in the guest box and you got any receipts or any questions or anything you think we need to start talking about, hop in the box. Hop in the box. Roll the corn. Carl Macon, what's up? Yes, I'm open to ideas because ideas, the people's ideas is what we really need to be discussing. It's about the people. It's not just about one man trying to push knowledge. It's about what the people want to do. Discuss all African on from Africa. It's exactly right. Everybody is not African. Everybody is not African. Scott 908, what's up? Got a question, comment, or something you want to show?
How you doing, Brother Truth?
Doing pretty good. How you doing, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was. What do you think about us maybe changing our status from black to what we are, American Indians? It seems like we're not getting nowhere with that status, black or African American. What do you think about that?
Yes, that's exactly what we have to do. We have to unite as a type American Indian, because that is what, if we do go that route, we have to unite and become some type of tribe or some type of people unified under the same information and under the same goal, and come together and do that, right? It's either that way or we just have to take on the corporation as a unified people under the knowledge that we have about our ancestry. So that is a good way to do it, or we can just unify under just common ideas, under common beliefs, and come at these people with that also. So you're right. It's only two ways. Yeah, that's a great point.
Okay, well, all right. Hey, well, that's all I had, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, we have to unify. Um, and I'm not just gonna push no signing under no tribal or no type of. I ain't gonna push that, but that can be done. But I think if our people just unify under common ideas and the truth, um, we still can make the same things happen for our people. Hustle, what's up? One question, one comment, receipt, whatever you got. Yo, yo. Cheeto. Yo,
Alito, peace, peace. What's the word?
what's up, brother?
Nothing, man. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I appreciate all your work. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
You
brother.
you do a lot of work. You keep it within the people. You separate us from the Anunnaki, giving all that credit to these aliens and things like that. And I really appreciate that. Uh, you show us that we are great people through the receipts and through these mounds, right? So I
Yeah,
really appreciate that.
no doubt. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
And another thing is, I agree with the reclassification from us going from African American to American Indian. But
Yeah,
the thing is, not all of us are completely ready for the American Indian, these receipts because we're still under the caste system, right?
yeah,
So I was looking, I'm thinking all these years, man, how the hell do we never get any reparations? How the hell do we never get any? I see that, the small hats got their reparations, the Japanese, all of them got $20,000. I'm thinking we didn't get nothing, and our atrocities happened way before all this. And then I looked and I figured it out is that because once you're classified as a Black American or African American, you're a voluntary immigrant now,
yeah,
so they don't got to give you any reparatory justice because you're a voluntary U.S. citizen now, and you have to go through the same loopholes as an average American that wouldn't have anything to do with this system. You understand?
yeah, yeah,
So what do we need to do to? Because then what happens if we classify to American Indian? We got still people out here, African American or BLK. What's going to happen to them? And then what's going to happen to us? Because it's going to cause another divide, and that's what I fear.
yeah, yeah. The way I feel, bro, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think the whole thing must fall. By us classifying as American Indian is one way, but that way, like you said, we'll still be divided. People will still believe different things. We won't still be unified to the point to where we can control our destiny. I think the whole thing must fall. Me personally, I think that we have to unify and bring down the whole thing all together.
Right.
That's the only way we'll be free and clear of all corporations on our land and enslaving our people mentally and physically and all of that. So first on my list, I really want the whole thing to fall because it's all a criminal game of colonizers coming here. So it's like we negotiate with criminals if we try to go the American Indian way or the Aboriginal way, or we still gonna have to negotiate with criminals.
Yeah, we are.
And I think this is gonna have to come all the way down from top to bottom for us just for us to feel like we are free on our own land again. That's what I really think.
Me too. And you know what? The thing is, like you said, uh, we have to deal with criminals still at the end of the day. And we have to go through these criminals to be able to reclassify the correct way. And you're correct on that.
Yeah,
And once you do your genealogy, I just beg people just to try it, like just because everybody thought about the out of Africa theory. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was pushed. I was raised in '89, so I graduated from in 2007. So in our scholastic systems in Ohio, they definitely taught us that you were basically picked off a tree, stuffed in a boat, and didn't get civilized until we brought you here and taught you. And it's like, what? you know, I don't. They have to rip this system down. You're right. I don't fear. I don't care about the school system because I don't want my children or the smaller ones under me being taught that you are uncivilized people until the people teaching you brought you here when you're being taught at home by people of your own kin and color. Right?
Exactly. Exactly. I think the whole system must fall because the system is created. Those other people get reparations because they are a part of the corporation.
Mm-hmm.
We are the prisoners of war on these lands. The prisoners of
I
war.
can't hear you, brother. I can't hear you now.
You hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Those other people that got reparations are a part of the corporations.
Right.
They help them in some type of way, or they are connected in some type of way. We are the original people of the land. We are the people
Mm-hmm.
who was made prisoners of war. So we will never get any form of reparations because everything is set up against us, right?
Right.
So it's showing us that by them not trying to make any moves for our people, it's showing us that they are here to oppress us because we are
Right.
the original people. So I think the whole thing must fall. It's the only way because if we do angle our way in as an American Indian, like I say, it's still gonna be stipulations and bad things that we have to deal with because they are still on our neck. So I think it all must fall.
Yeah, you're right about that. And one more thing is, every time I get on my live, I
Yeah.
think about, or when I come to these panels, I think about how in public, when you're going out to the grocery store and you see somebody from Africa or you see a Native American, I promise you, with all my heart, they would never dare call you an African or anything they say on the internet. This is all an internet thing, right? This isn't a reality. They would never dare call you an African in public or African American. If you classify as who you are, they're going to accept that. It's an internet thing. So a lot of these Africans are going on these panels and asking about our genealogy, and I see that they're infatuated with us just as the YTs are infatuated with
The
us, and it's
world, the
becoming
world is.
disgusting.
The world is.
Yeah,
Yep. The
yeah,
world
it
is.
definitely is.
Appreciate you,
But
man. Good
yeah, I
question.
appreciate you, man. I'm gonna keep listening, man, and hearing what's going on. But I appreciate your time, brother. Peace.
I appreciate you, bro. Y'all follow him right now. Follow him right now. Follow him right now. The world is infatuated with us because the world knows we came around and civilized the world. Everybody knows itself for us. Everybody knows itself for us. Our culture on other lands sticks out like a sore thumb, people. Our culture on another land sticks out like a sore thumb. They can't deny it. You can't deny this corn growing in the middle of Africa, in the middle of England. You can't deny these buildings with these columns made by certain people. You can't deny these mounds with the same type of minerals and earth stones all that come from all over the world with one culture. You can't deny it. They just changed the names on it, call it Cornwall, or they call it Dominion Land, or they call it Celtics, or they call it you know, things like that. And they try to make it seem like it's a part of the land that is on, but those are people traveling to your land, putting it on your land, right? That's what that is. Kendrick Davis, let me get a question, comment, or a quick receipt.
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, brother?
I've been watching you, and I tell you one thing: you bringing the heat to them.
Thank you,
And I
man.
see you wearing that Florida Marlin hat, so you must be what down Miami.
Now I'm from the South, so I just rep the South all, Florida,
Okay,
Georgia,
okay.
Alabama.
Look,
Yeah.
you bringing true facts, and the one thing I say about a lot of our people, we've been deceived so long that we don't know the truth because we've been colonized.
Yep.
And we are the original owner of this land.
Yes, sir.
And I tell people all day long, hey, look, go look at other people's channels that's telling you the truth, but you don't want to accept it.
Yep.
I know growing up, my uncle went to University of Florida, and he said, we're from here. I
Mm-hmm.
was about 6 years old when he told me that. I'm 62 now.
Okay.
And I started coming into the truth in 2018. And I got a plethora of books that really tell the truth about the lies I would call them Gentiles.
Yep. Gentile last.
And,
You
and
know,
I
exactly
said,
right.
in order to dumb us down, they had to open up school and tell us that we was from Africa.
Yep.
And when we hear our brothers and sisters, I tell you one thing. I say I go beyond the point of Indians
Me too.
because we
Me too.
weren't called Indians way back in the biblical days.
Exactly.
The one thing I say in Ezekiel 37,
Mm-hmm.
15 to 20, it tell you about a second stick. And I tell everybody, if you get that second stick, it tell you all about American history. And they like, oh, I don't know about that book. I say, if they kept you from reading for 300 years, why? You don't think we had a language? You don't think that we built a society? Because we are the society builders.
Exactly.
I say, one world totalitarian. When they came over here, the Spaniards dropped their gun because they saw that this civilization was already built.
Yep.
New York, Chicago, California, they closed up the Red Sea.
Yep. Red Sea out there by California. Exactly.
Yeah. I tell people, I say, because California was an island. I
Yep.
tell people, do your research. Quit just
That's
sitting
right.
around and letting somebody tell you something and do research. What did they tell the black people? Long time ago, if you want to hide the truth from a black person, put it in the book. And
Yep.
then you ask the question, why did they put it in the book? Because they said they was going to keep you from reading.
They taking books off the market now since we started reading books in
Oh man, and
2018.
the real true books, I went online and I was looking at this book. It was $18,000.
Exactly. And they got what we want in there too.
Exactly. So how you keep the truth from the people that wrote the book, and the people, like I told them, I said, look up the slave Bible. NBC did a special about that.
Yep.
I said the Bible, if you really read it and have true concern, it's a history book about a certain group of people,
People.
which
Exactly.
called the Hebrews became Israelite through Jacob,
Exactly.
from the beginning to the end.
Canaanites turned into Israelites.
Exactly. I
Canaanites were
see,
our people.
and I tell people, go read the Apocrypha. It tell you what they did, what the Romans did when Jesus said that they was going to ransack Jerusalem. They went under the altar, took the Bible ain't even called the Bible. It's really called the Book of the Law.
Yep.
And then there was another book called the Sealed Book of Moses. That book went from $36, and you can Google it on Amazon.
Yep.
It's now $4,000.
Yep.
Why? Why it went from $36 to $4,000?
Yep. Our
Because
people
we're
starting to
waking up to
understand.
who we really are, and
Exactly.
that's the problem. They like, oh Lord, man, I tell them it's like Daffy Duck when him and Bugs Bunny went to the genie, and Daffy Duck was jumping on Bugs Bunny. It's mine, 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 mine.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey man, keep doing the good work. And
Yeah.
it's one book I'm gonna tell them
Yeah.
that's really true. If they want to know all about American history,
Okay.
get the Book of Mormon.
Oh
In
yeah.
the introduction page, it tells you what was going to be called. And if you read First Levi 13, the header, it tell you about the colonizers coming over.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You're exactly right. Exactly right.
All
Y'all
right, brother,
follow
just keep
Mr.
on,
Davis.
just keep on, because some of our people, God say we were stiff necked, hard headed people, which is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, brother, I've been watching you, and I sit back in the cut and I listen. I say I'm gonna jump in like double dutch when I can.
No doubt. Y'all follow Mr. Davis. Follow Mr. Davis. Roll the coin. Follow Mr. Davis. You're exactly right. Some books that are pivotal to our history are beyond $15,000. I looked at a couple of them. I saw one I wanted for 6,000. It's crazy, man. Our history, our real history, those books with it in there are very, very expensive. And what's powerful about the information in those books, y'all? I get a little piece of those books here and there from people I know that can get their hands on them. But what's powerful about those books, it is talking about God's chosen people coming from here, taking the information of the tribes and the information of agriculture, structure building to all over the world. Those books are whew, out of control high, y'all. Out of control. Now let me show y'all something I've been seeing on the internet lately. That's crazy. Look, now I think this young man is from Tennessee. And he's showing a picture of his great grandmother. His great grandmother is 7 feet tall, people. 126 years old when she passed away. This is a descendant of a mound builder. These are the mound builders, people. Look at that. 7 feet tall. 100 and lived to be 126 years old. This is a direct descendant of a mound builder from the southeast. These are the people that built the mound. That's why they call them giants. These are just original bloodline people to the earth. Everything was larger. Everything was taller and stronger, right? This bloodline of this lady right here comes from the original people of the earth. 7 feet tall, people, from Tennessee. Roll the corn. I just want to show y'all that they act like our people wasn't this tall and wasn't getting to be over 100 years old, because these are nature's people. Those people can't even live to be 100 years old. This is the most, this lady, I guarantee you, has the bloodline of the earth right here. This the kings and queen list people right here. Roll the corn. I just want to show y'all somebody from Mary, 7 feet tall, a woman. These are the people in the mounds right here. This is a descendant of a mound builder. I just like to show real depictions of these people, right? Real depictions. Let's keep going. Now, in America, our people was buried with boat stones, right? Our people were buried with boat stones. Look at Samaria with the boats, the funerary boats. Ancient silver boat, 4,500 years old, royal cemetery. Sumerian kings are buried with boats. See that? Egyptians, funerary boats, right? We have the same boats in the mounds, people. Our people are buried with these same boats. Look up the boat stones of the mounds. It's the same culture, people. It's the same culture. I want y'all to understand it. The same culture. Sumerians, right? Boat models buried with mounds. The city of Royal Cemetery of Ur. See that? Boats in Egyptian funerary beliefs. Boats in Kush. This is our culture. This is not no African culture. Because we got funerary boats found in mounds older than Egypt in America. In America. Roll the corn. The gospel had in very remote times already been preached in America. Y'all got that stuff from here, right? Between much of the religion of the Indians. Y'all made it Christianity. See that? We already knew that stuff they were talking about. Because y'all took it and made it religion. These real people now, view on the Hebrews. 10 tribes of Israel in America. Real people. Writing books about this. Y'all flipped it and enslaved us with it. Because y'all knew we as the ones that created it from star alignments a long time ago. Right? It's just stuff I just been come across on the internet. Look what she say. My DNA test results as an indigenous girl from Siberia. But she's a Native American over here. Your DNA results of being indigenous to America and you from the Arctic and Siberia. They know the truth, y'all. They telling it on themselves. They are telling on themselves. Arctic, Siberian, got a little bit of Asian in her too. But she's supposed to be a Native American. That don't make no sense, bro. Roll the corn. Now, it's stuff I see on the internet. What I tell y'all the X was? What did I tell y'all the X was, people? Put it in the chat. This is a Colorado seal on the building. What's the X? The X is the Galactic Cross. Galactic Cross. The pyramid with the eye is Sirius and the sun, people. Rising at the center point of the universe. That's harvest time. That's what that means, people. Why is this in Colorado on the buildings? Because that building was aligned with this. And they know it. This building is aligned with Sirius and the sun during the summer solstice. Because when Sirius rises above the horizon is coming between the X, people. Earth cross is going this way. Galactic cross is going that way. When Sirius rises on the galactic center and the sun is behind it, that is the summer solstice. That is the all-seeing eye. That is the pyramid. That is what they showing you right here. That's fire. Just random stuff I run across on the internet, right? This is on a building in Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas. See that? That's an Unk cross, people. This is Sirius, Betelgeuse, Regal, Orion, Pleiades, Hyades, and Taurus. That's what this symbol stands for. They try to tell you it's Egyptian, but this is a star. These are stars, people. All the loop between the Hyades, Pleiades, and Taurus is the ecliptic heaven, what they call it. The ecliptic. This is Regal, Betelgeuse, Orion in the middle, Sirius at the bottom. Go research it. This is our harvest alignment of astrology. This teaching comes from America. Why is this on buildings in Arkansas? Look at that. Why is this on buildings in Arkansas? This shouldn't be there. The same mound builders built all the way up into building buildings like I told you. The symbolism is on the building. Roll the corn. Look, they they found this. It was placed on the building in Hot Springs. They didn't build it. You just placed a plaque on the building. You didn't build it. You just put a plaque on the building. They say I just placed a plaque in 1873. Roll the coin. See, what we forget about is we talking about pyramids, but we got the most sophisticated buildings in the world in America, built out of limestone and granite. Look at these buildings. See the triangles? See the pyramids on the building? This building is aligned with the solstice. I guarantee you the sun rises right over top of this building during the summer solstice. I guarantee it. Watch this. You see the copper? That's copper, people. You see that? Now, what is that right there? I just showed you the galactic cross. Now, what's this? We think it's a Christian cross, but that is the earth cross. It's showing you that these buildings are centered right in the center of the earth cross. And that's why they use that symbol as a religious symbol, because you can transform the buildings from an earth cross to a Christian cross. You could say it's Christian now. Because this is where they got it from, the earth cross, out of the sky. Let me show you. This is where they got it from. So instead of changing the symbols, you can just make up religion and say it's a Christian cross, but it's really an earth cross. See that? The red cross represents the earth cross. That's what they're trying to do. Look, that's copper. These free energy lights on outside of this building, people. Got the earth cross right there. Same knowledge of the ancestors. You're the Knights Templar user. The Knights Templar stole our stuff. Now, shout out to Rashad Poet. Shout out to Rashad Poet. I'm going to show a receipt he had on the video. Y'all follow Rashad Poet, and I got to give him his flowers again. To be honest with y'all, and I'm going to keep it real, bro. He the only person that see it like I see it. Now, Casey May can see it like I see it too. But Rashad Poet is elaborate in breaking down the real meaning and the real truth of these. A lot of people just recycling knowledge and they're not studying it and they looking at it different. And he the only person like him and Casey I kind of connect with because they understand what we are looking at. Right? Follow Rashad Poet, a great teacher, bro. Get that man book. Like, sometimes I don't even have nobody to talk to, bro. I got to DM Rashad Poet or Casey Macon cause see when I explain things to people, they don't understand it, bro. I ain't got nobody to talk to. I'm kind of like on my own when it's coming from this type of information. But I know Rashad Poet understands it. I know Casey Macon understands it, right? Like Rashad had a video with the breastplate of the Temuka Indian. That's Hebrew, bro. That is Hebrew, bro. They sitting there showing you a melanated Hebrew with the Hebrew stones on his breastplate. That is powerful. If you don't know what you're looking at, you just don't know what you're looking at. Some people know what they looking at, bro. Some people know where all these tribes come from. Some people know that everybody over here was speaking Hebrew. Some people know that, bro. And I respect it because that is hard-found research. That man not just wearing no jewelry just to be wearing jewelry on the flossing. That is his heritage. That is his teaching. That is his background. We wore things for a reason. This is not just jewelry and gold, and this is showing our ancestry in the art of jewelry. That's where they got it from over there. Now, in this receipt Rashad put up, look at this. An idolater, barbarian, a Negro Indian. Negro Indian. You see that? Roll the coin. Hebrews. See, some people know that the Southeast Indian created Hebrew, created Paleo Hebrew, created the pictographs that made Hebrew. Some people know this, bro. And I got to give them their flowers because this is not hard. This is hard information to digest and tell the truth about, bro. It's hard. You have to understand so many other aspects to even get to that point. And people who see it, I got to respect them because I know how hard it was for me to see it. I would be a fool if I don't show respect to these people because I know how hard it is to even get to that point in this knowledge, bro. You got to be a book rat. You got to be a insane going hard to even figure this out, bro. I know you just can't wake up one morning and figure this out. You got to go hard for years to even see the light of the truth, bro. Some people stop in the middle and teach from the middle, which I'm not mad at them, but this stuff is hard, bro. But your ancestors push you, certain people, the right way to understand it. We created Hebrew is a language of this land, people. It's a language of this land. That's why everybody want to cover it up. That the teaching and the language and the customs come from this land. All of it. The astrology part, the agriculture part, the paleo pictograph, the cross, the earth cross, the galactic cross, all that stuff come from here, bro. And it's hard to, they want to hide it so bad because if you figure this out, you're going to understand that your people are the chosen people of the planet. And you taught everybody everything, bro. Let alone you just being from this continent. You bigger than that. You bigger than just being from this continent, bro. And I want y'all to understand that, and some people see it, bro. Rashad Poet see it. I can't even watch other content. I can watch all his. His content lately been amazing. Y'all better go watch it, bro. Y'all better go watch it. Roll the coin. It's been amazing. Because exactly what he is saying is exactly what I've been saying the whole time. And it all go together. Somebody had to spread this agriculture knowledge and astrology around the world. And it made them have a covenant with God or a covenant with nature, people. Everybody don't have no covenant with nature. Everybody does not have a covenant with nature. Let me show you something. Right? Right here. They were to go to a land not planted or known. They were to go to a different land not planted, people, or known. The North American Indian job was that. These are the chosen people of nature. Because their job is to go around and plant the rest of the world. Because we created it. That's what makes them have a covenant with nature or a covenant with the so-called God or the so-called creator, because they are nature's people. Everybody is not chosen. Do you understand that? These are the people they are talking about in all of these religious books. These are the people they are talking about with all these traditions. Work the land for 7 years and let the land rest. Locusts come in and eat your crops from the east. These are the people created that, because that's agriculture knowledge, people. Roll the corn. I'm just giving it to you how it really is. These are the people that went to the Middle East. These are the people that went to Egypt, Europe, Asia. They have a covenant with the earth, with the planet, with nature. They owe it to the earth to plant the earth the way you planted the promised land, people. The promised land is an agricultural land. The promised land is here. And I'm 100% sure about it. So when they speak of the promised land and the primordial waters and the primordial mounds of creation, all here. All here. Roll the corn. And I just want my people to understand who we really are. These people know who we are. They know. They know the mounds older than everything on the planet. They know the agriculture is older than everything on the planet. They know the teachings coming off the ground here. Well, if that same star alignment everybody else got come from here because it's way older on the ground here. These mounds have 5 and 6 layers, people. 1,000-year layers. 6 layers of 1,000 years. 6,000-year-old mounds built in layers. They know that, people. When you have layers of culture, that means you have 1,000 years of culture. And the same earth metals that they used in the mounds in America, they are using them in Egypt. They are using them in Samaria, in Asia, the same way. Mound builders ate with soapstone bowls and forks. Egypt ate with soapstone bowls and forks, people. But they stuff newer than here. Ours is older. It's the same. I'm talking about down to the usage and down to the stone out of the earth is used the same exact way. Go research it. Look up steatite, hematite, soapstone, mica, meteoric iron. Go look it up. It's in Samaria, it's in Egypt, it's here also. Boat stones. Buried with their positions. In mounds, just same way Egypt, but we are way older. So it's just an older teaching. It's the first teaching to go out to that area and they evolved it. Now it looks like it looks in Egypt and Samaria. Your ancestors created that on this land. How do you think the Nile River knows about silt coming from the river to plant agriculture? Because we learned that on the Mississippi River, soil deposit called silt. Look it up. I ain't got time to pull up all the receipts today, but I want y'all, the stuff I'm telling y'all, research it. Our culture is right in the mounds. It's just way older, but it's the same thing when you break it down artifact by artifact. Our people buried with rattles. They buried with rattles over there. Mirrors. They got mirrors over there. Headdresses. We got headdresses in the mounds, people. Made out of hemp. Look just like Egyptian headdresses. They got them over there. Roll the corn. I was just looking at this girl from Memphis. Shout out to her. She just going hard on the mounds and the history of Memphis. And it's amazing that the back part of Putah, who was over Memphis, sounds like Tennessee. It's crazy. I'm gonna go into that another time. Shout out to her, man. That was a great video she put out. But our time is coming. We are we are starting to peel back the veil of lies and peel back the veil of dishonesty, of people lying about our culture and history. We are starting to get all these fake teachers out the way who just create their own teaching. All that stuff is falling to the wayside. And it's an amazing time right now. Cause if you know who you looking at, and you know that these people are lying with the truth, you're going the right way. You're going the right way. Right now is special in history. Like I said, Rashad Poet, follow him. Check out Casey Macon. People who understand these stars, bro, understand more knowledge than the other people, bro. All that old just rambling, if you don't know them stars, you're not going to figure out a lot of this information. Because 90% of it come from the sky. And the rest of it is agriculture. Yeah, Rod Hayes. Rod Hayes, great teacher, but it's people that are connected, that understand all of this knowledge now. I'm telling you. I just told you their name. Because you have to understand the star alignment to understand your culture. So when you see it again, you can recognize what it is. You can decipher anything if you know the stars, people. They can't lie to you no more. You can decipher things if you know the etymology of words going into Hebrew. They can't lie to you no more. They cannot lie to you no more. And that's what I'm working on, more star information and deciphering these words that became other words in English that was once a part of our language. So when Native Americans try to say, what's your language? All our people were speaking some form of Hebrew. That's a fact. It's a fact. That's what they've been hiding from us the whole time. And they adopted a lot of our words into their language. Now today we think it's their language. I'm going to give y'all an example. Hurricane. My daughter keep calling me. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. She blowing me up. I'm going to give y'all an example. Hurricane. That's Hebrew. Don't know hurricane hit the middle of Europe, people. Europeans in ancient times don't know nothing about no hurricane. Right? They might get a tornado, but they ain't get no hurricane. They don't have a water source to get a hurricane. Now they changed the name to hurricane in America, and we think it's an English word. Hurricane comes from people saying it in Hebrew in Central and South America. In the Gulf Coast of America, too, also. Hurricane. Now we around here saying hurricane, talking about his English. Cold. You cool. You cool. You cool. K-U-L is cool. That's Hebrew. For maintaining, staying focused. That's cool. We still say these words today. We think they English. Them words is Hebrew. Look it up. Once you start to understand the etymology of these words and them stars, you ain't gonna be able to be lied to again. And a lot of people who try to teach this information do not know it, bro. I see through them. I see right through it. Hey, H-A-Y. H-A-Y is Hebrew. Hi. Come on, man. We say this stuff every day. It's to the point now. I am getting to the point now where I am ascending a certain piece of knowledge, bro. And some of this stuff is not even interesting. Unless somebody understand it all the way through, then I lock in. That's why I gotta give people their flowers, bro. Cause I know 90% of these people don't know it, bro. Hunter gatherers too. They don't know it. They don't get the picture. They don't understand it. But when you see it, you become so different in the way you receive information now that you receive it different from everybody else. That's why people disagree with me so much. Cause they don't see it. They see aliens. They see African people creating this. They see I don't see it that way. I don't see none of this being created in Africa. None of it. I know people say we went to the four corners, but we not from the four corners. Where are the people from that went to the four corners? Right here. Right here. Roll the coin. Before I get out of here, I gotta say this. Through this journey of trying to learn and teach this stuff, bro, this stuff started becoming so powerful because now it is connected to my bloodline right here where I'm at. We always thought this stuff was connected from overseas coming this way, or we always thought it that way. But our bloodline never left our land, people. Some of it left with ancient migrations. Some of it left with ancient migrations. But well over half of it stayed right here. And those are the people who went through for us to get here. Right? The Southeast is the most ancient, holiest land on the face of the earth. I'm telling you right now. That's why they beat it down so bad. That's why they downplay it like it's the country. They downplay that. Them fields fed your ancestors for thousands of years. So don't never diss the Delta or Mississippi or Alabama, or don't diss that. Don't diss none. That is your ancestral land. That's where the first Kemet was. That's where the first Mizraim was. That's where the first plowed the field for corn. That's where the nourishment for your ancestors come from. I'm telling you what I know. And they created the language of Hebrew and Paleo-Hebrew. They created the commandments of how to live virtuously. They created that, not no damn book. They created the use of copper and gold and silver. They moved up the Mississippi and mined the Great Lakes, and in the Bronze Age, they took it around the world. They created divine law. You exactly right. They created spirituality. Hunter-gatherers wasn't spiritual in Africa before we got there. Hunter-gatherer wasn't spiritual in Samaria before we got there. We brought the spirituality. You say we delusional. No, you delusional. Native American. We taught you about the swastika. That's the earth cross. That's all it is. We wore Haru feathers, falcon feathers for Haru. That's where you got the falcon, the feather wearing from, Tojo. Show respect to the people that taught you some type of spirituality, some type of a way to live. The Anasazi taught the Navajo how to grow corn to feed they fucking people, Tojo. We showed you how to feed your own fucking people. And y'all come back years later and act like we don't know nothing about what we talking about. We know exactly what we talking about. And if somebody fed my people, I would show them the ultimate respect. But you disrespectful hunter-gatherers don't know what y'all be talking about. I'm not nowhere near from no Africa. My melanated mound builders. I'm from a melanated Mississippian mound builder. Tojo, your people from Asia. Your people from Asia and Siberia. Your people was getting kept out of this country from the Great Wall of China for a long time, Tojo. You finally got in and we taught y'all ass how to survive, Tojo. You will never prosper as a people, never again, because y'all would not acknowledge where y'all got that teaching from. I'm gonna let the nature deal with y'all. Tojo. Roll the corn. You don't know no better. You want to hate a people that taught your ancestors how to feed themselves for your ass to even be here today, Tojo. But you don't understand it. You never will, because you let the colonizers teach you that you are first, because they knew they can get out on y'all. While we fought wars, y'all kissed their ass. And they tried to make y'all first. That's what really happened. But if you don't acknowledge that the feather wearing came from Haru falcon feathers, and all them star stories y'all got came from my ancient culture, the phoenix is just like Haru. He rose in the west. He got a part of the afterlife. Y'all got that shit from us, man. You don't even know where your culture came from, bro. You think your people created that culture? A hunter-gatherer out of a cave in Siberia? You done lost your fucking mind. See, you're talking to the right man. Powwows come from melanated Indians in the Northeast. How the hell y'all out there doing powwows way on the Southwest? It's cultural assimilation. You on the right page to hear the truth. I want you to go study it. Y'all still wearing the swastika. It's a mound builder artifact of the Earth Cross. Y'all still wearing feathers. They come from Haru and the falcon weather. And the falcon feather wearers. Roll the corn. You don't know no better. Y'all didn't build Chaco Canyon. Y'all didn't build none of that over there, bro. The Anasazi built that. Melanated Indians. We gave y'all name of Navajo. You don't even know that. We taught y'all how to roll the corn in the desert to feed your fucking children. One day when you realize it, you'll get enlightened. But if y'all don't never realize it, I'm gonna let nature deal with y'all. Cause just the way y'all went eating the first time, y'all to stop eating again. Cause if they get to sending y'all back, y'all ain't gonna survive, bro. This land made y'all survive. The teachings from this land made your kind survive. Y'all stayed in Siberia, y'all wouldn't have made it. The word Navajo came from the Spanish. That's what they teach your stupid ass. Spanish ain't created nothing. All they did was reworded it. You don't understand that yet? How did y'all get y'all name from the Spanish And y'all was getting called Navajo before the Spanish got here. You damn fool. Roll the coin. It don't even make no sense, bro. How? How? Navajo was back before the colonizer got here, right? You got that name from the Anasazi. Y'all called the Anasazi the ancient ones. Why did y'all call them the ancient ones? They're not the same people. You hunter-gatherer. You think I don't know you think I know more of your knowledge than you know. Y'all call them the Anasazi because they were the ancient people of the land. Y'all are not the ancient people of the land. That's enough of that. I ain't gonna even talk to that. I'm done talking to hunter-gatherers, man. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. I was gonna take some more questions, but I gotta take some phone calls, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. God chosen people from God's chosen land. We are the mound builders, not natives. They can get mad and say whatever they want to say. They haven't rolled no ancient coin. They ain't built no ancient mounds, no ancient structures, no ancient pyramids. They have built none of that. None of it. That culture that y'all trying to claim is the same bloodline of people in Egypt, in Cush, in Samaria. BC times before you hunter-gatherers ever came over here. We know the truth now.